So the first question asked is, what is communication and why is it beneficial? So communication is the relational process of creating and interpreting messages that elicit a response. It is important to know that communication and communications, there's a difference between them. Communication is a human process sharing meaning, and communications are technological systems for the transmission of information. It is beneficial to study because it offers a framework in which to see the world, where we understand how the processes work, how we may be perceived in the processes. On the I'm sorry, on the interpersonal level, we begin to understand our own impacts and how our own intersection into the communication process works. The next question is, what can you do with a communication studies degree or the knowledge you learned in this class? So there is so much you can do with a communication studies degree. You can go into teaching, sales, human relations, social services, and there's so much more. My major is speech pathology, which actually deals with communications. The next question is, what questions does the communication field encourage you to ask and answer? So there's a lot of questions. How has the internet and social media impacted and caused a change in the way we communicate? What exactly is good, effective communication? Why and when do we need to communicate? What are the greatest challenges to good communication? How can we measure or assess effective communication? And how does culture, gender, nationality, and social class have an effect on communication? The next question is, what kind of knowledge can you create? So communicating helps create who a person is. The way we communicate and how we communicate shows our knowledge and how we view the world. This knowledge allows a person to build relationships and decide which relationships you want to keep and are important to you and what relationships to not keep. This knowledge of knowing what your impact on the world is helps us to become who we truly are and want to be. The last question is, how can you use this knowledge in your future job or in your everyday life? So my major is speech language pathology, which deals with communication. And communication is split up into two branches, which is speech and language, which is my major. So I've really enjoyed taking this class and learning more about communications and diving into it because it's helping me to become a better speech language pathologist. Um, and it will help me better communicate with my patients, not only my patients, but how I should communicate with their parents or their guardians. And this class has also helped me understand how big of an impact I'll be making helping people to better their communication. And doing that, I'm helping them make a bigger impact on the world on how they communicate.